गाइस, वेलकम टू व्हाट इज़ हिंदुइज्म पार्ट 2। हम लोग जैसा कि आप जानते हैं हिंदुइज्म पे रिएक्ट कर रहे थे। व्हाट इज़ हिंदुइज्म, तो उसका नेक्स्ट पार्ट जो है वो अभी उस पर रिएक्ट करेंगे। और जहाँ तक पिछली वीडियो मैंने देखी है, मुझे बहुत सारी चीज़ों का पता चला है जिनका मुझे नहीं पहले पता था। लेकिन अब मैं जान गया उन चीज़ों के बारे में। तो देखते हैं आगे क्या फैक्ट्स हैं, क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलती है हिंदुइज्म के बारे में। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट।
One real thing in Hinduism. Hindus do, after all, have thousands of gods. So let's take a look at them. First, there's Brahma, the creator. He created everything in the universe, but he is not the universe itself, because that's Brahman. They aren't the same thing. That last letter changed a lot, apparently. He has 4 heads. The heads face each of the 4 directions to represent the 4 Vedas, which he created, and the 4 yugs. He also holds a book, which represents knowledge. Oh, and he rides a giant swan because he's just fancy. His consort is Saraswati, the goddess of learning. Vishnu, the preserver, is the second member of the Hindu trinity. He preserves the world created by Brahma until it is eventually destroyed by Shiva. He holds a discus, which he uses to cut down anyone that tries to mess with his dharma, along with a conch, which symbolizes victory and the 5 elements. Vishnu has many avatars, such as Krishna or Rama, who he uses to defend Dharma on Earth. Oh, and he rides a giant eagle named Garuda. Vishnu has 2 consorts, the goddess Lakshmi and Bhudevi. Bhudevi is the earth goddess and Lakshmi is the goddess of good fortune and wealth. Next is Shiva the Destroyer, the third member of the Hindu trinity. It's his job to destroy the universe in order to prepare for its renewal at the end of each cycle of time. The most identifiable of his features is his third eye, which he almost always keeps closed. If he does open it and you're in front of him, then you will have your face melted off. When not unmaking existence, Shiva enjoys long walks with his bull named Nandi. At the end of the Kali Yuga, the 4th age of the world, Shiva will perform a dance that destroys the universe. Which is odd, because people have told me that my dance moves make them wish the world would end. So me and Shiva have quite a lot in common. Parvati and Sati are Shiva's consorts. Shiva also has 2 sons, Ganesha and Murugan. Ganesha is worshipped as the remover of obstacles, and Murugan is the god of war. Ganesha holds a very special place in the heart of Hindus, due to him being the remover of obstacles. The elephant head is the most obvious clue to identifying him. He was actually born with a human head, but after Shiva cut that one off, he kind of had to make do with an elephant one. If you're Christian or Muslim, you're aware that your religion has a bunch of different denominations, like Catholics or Protestants, Sunni and Shia. Hinduism has these too. Hindus developed 4 major denominations, some of which have their own subdivisions. The Vaishnavas primarily worship Vishnu, and Shaivas primarily worship Shiva and his sons. Smartas follow sacred texts like the Puranas, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, rather than the Vedas. They worship 5 gods and goddesses, Ganesha, Durga, Surya, Shiva, and a preferred avatar of Vishnu. Finally, Shaktas worship the goddess Devi. Shaktas see Devi as the ultimate and eternal reality, like a feminine Brahman. Even though there are all these variations and more, the core beliefs of Hindus remain mostly the same. Hindus believe that Dharma keeps the balance in the universe. If the scales between good and evil start tipping towards evil, then something needs to intervene to fix the universe's Dharma. This divine intervention is known as an avatar. The literal meaning of the word avatar is descent. Avatars are gods that descend to Earth to intervene whenever help is needed to restore Dharma. For example, when the Earth was dragged underneath the ocean, Vishnu descended to Earth as the avatar Varaha, a boar, and dragged the Earth back out. In other cases, Vishnu was born on Earth as a human avatar like Rama or Krishna, where he spent his avatar's life fixing Dharma. So, the caste system. If you only know one thing about Hinduism, this is probably it. People see it as an oppressive system that locks people in place based on their birth. And for a huge part of history, that's what it's been, unfortunately. Let's do a quick explanation of what the caste system is. In Hinduism, there are 4 castes or classes that you can be born into. There's the Brahmin, the priest, the Kshatriyas, the warriors, the Vaishyas, the traders, and the Shudras, the manual laborers.
Sure.
The main basis for the caste system can be found in the Bhagavad Gita and the Rig Veda. Krishna says in the Gita, I have created a fourfold system in order to distinguish among one's qualities and functions. The Rig Veda also refers to the four castes. It says humans were created from parts of the god Purusha, the Brahmin from his face, the Kshatriya from his arms, the Vaishya his thighs, and the Shudra his feet. This system was supposed to assign people functions based on their abilities, not their birth. If someone had the qualities of a Brahmin or a Vaishya, they could fill those roles. The Gita didn't restrict movement among castes, and the caste system functioned as intended for a while, until a document known as the Laws of Manu came about around the 5th century BC, popularly referred to as the Manusmriti. They created hard rules for Hindu life. 2 rules presented in it contributed to the way the caste system turned out. Manu states that the Brahmin were the lords of all castes, and he forbid moving among the castes. The caste you were born into was now the caste you're stuck in. If you give humans a hierarchy, they'll exploit it, and things will go sour pretty quickly. As time passed, Hindus began thinking in terms of upper and lower castes. Soon, cleaning toilets, tanning leather, and dealing with meat products were thought to be impure. The people doing those jobs became untouchables, the lowest of the low, a people without caste. And the rest is history. The modern world has brought many changes though. Now Hindus mix freely while working together in the same businesses, attending the same schools, and generally just living together. But when it comes to marriage, many Hindus still stick to their own caste. But this too is changing, and on Hindu dating websites you can actually see people list a non-preference for caste. It'll say caste no bar. So, those are the basics of Hinduism. It isn't even close to covering everything. One video simply can't do it. Hinduism is too diverse, too deep, and means too many different things to different people. But learning even the basics of this fascinating and ancient religion gives us an insight into the worldview of over 1 billion people. And I hope you enjoyed it. You can find all the sources used in the description below. If you would like to follow your correct dharma, then please subscribe. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there are links to my t-shirt store.
So guys, वीडियो कंप्लीट हो गई है. बहुत मज़ा आया देख के, बहुत कुछ जानने को मिला इस वीडियो में. मुझे काफ़ी चीज़ों के बारे में पहले पता था. वीडियो क्या नाम है, कार्टून्स वगैरह में और मूवीज़ वगैरह में देखा हुआ था काफ़ी कुछ, लेकिन इसके अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें बताई जो मुझे नहीं पता थी. जैसे ओल्डेस्ट इन्होंने बोला रिलीजन है, और वेदास इतनी पुरानी है, और हिंदुइज़म मुझे हिंदूज़ का ये पता था कि मतलब 80 करोड़ शायद मैंने सुना था हैं हिंदुस्तान में. तो क्या उसके बाद भी हैं कहीं, या अब उनकी तादाद ज़्यादा हो गई है? तो बताइएगा. मतलब ये वो बोल रहे हैं ओवर 1 बिलियन हिंदूज़, तो मतलब ये सब इंडिया में ही रहते हैं या बाहर के भी काउंट हो रहे हैं, किसी और की कंट्रीज़ के भी? और वीडियो बहुत अच्छी थी, बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला इस वीडियो में. बाकी मेरा कोई सवाल होगा तो मैं कमेंट सेक्शन में आपसे पूछूंगा, आप मुझे उसका जवाब देना सवाल का. और मज़ा आया देख के. बाकी और भी मैं हिंदुइज़म के बारे में रिएक्ट करूँगा, हिंदुइज़म की वीडियोस के ऊपर. अगर आप मुझे चाहते हैं मैं किसी और वीडियो पे रिएक्ट करूँ तो ज़रूर बताइएगा, क्योंकि मुझे हिंदुइज़म में दूसरे जो रिलीजन्स उनमें इंटरेस्ट है, मैं जानना चाहता हूँ उनके बारे में भी. हर किसी को दूसरे रिलीजन के बारे में पता होना चाहिए, तो मैं भी जानना चाहता हूँ. और बाकी मैं और इस तरह की वीडियोज़ पर रिएक्ट करता रहूँगा. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि मतलब और मेरी वीडियोज़ देखें तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब करें मेरे चैनल को, और कमेंट करें कुछ भी, मतलब आपको कुछ अच्छा लगा या कुछ बुरा लगा या आप कुछ चाहते हैं मेरे से. तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफ़िज़. थैंक यू.